And now we have a whole set of new challenges and some new levels to try. So we have to, we'll just, we have a lot of things here, including defeating the god of conquest. But let's open up this next level called nuclear fusion. And it looks like the enemy's home base is a little too far. And so we will need to use the unstable star, which will buff our fleet and give us a lot of power. And so we'll have to take that. We're also introducing some missile turrets, which are the things that circle around planets defending them. We've previously only had laser turrets, so it's been very easy to take over planets, but now there are some missile turrets, which will be a nuisance to us. But luckily we have point defense ships, which will shoot down enemy projectiles. And there are some planets that produce only point defense over there, and let's jump into it. So, as usual, we're going to take our 2 moons quickly, and then go in with we're grabbing to move around just because it's a little faster when you have so few ships. You have a little more precise control. Looks like the bot's barely even taken their 2 moons, and we're already taken almost all the moons we can. Just looking for any moon in range, and it looks like that's all of them. Now we'll go back to our base and attack this first planet and see. So there are these 2 missile turrets here. It's good to come from behind or try to take them out as soon as possible because missiles will go through shields, unlike the lasers. We took a hit there and we lost 2 ships, so we don't really want to do that. So, but let's move our ships forward. Kind of made a bad wormhole. I can also go back and flip one too. So now our forward base is here. We're routing all our ships here. We have more power. Let's take some more moons. We can still go around grabbing these ships. It's a small enough cluster that I can gather them up pretty quickly. And we'll just take these. Oftentimes with torpedo planets, they have a little larger range, so the moons will get sniped off. So there's oftentimes 0 moons. You can sometimes take your opponents. We'll see if that happens. Anyway, point defense, look, they all grouped up, and we can go in and take them out. They will shoot down any of our missiles, which we may or may not have at this moment. I think we should be producing missiles. Yes, we are. So we have missile ships here. Now that we have that planet, let's route ourselves forward. And we could attack the enemy planet, or we could take this torpedo planet. Looks like we're not at a crazy advantage, so we should just try to build up ourselves. So let's go in and take out these torpedoes. So let's come from behind, see how they're all grouped up. Oh, they have a little bit more range, but we can try to come around and snipe off the torpedoes. And it looks like that didn't go so well. But luckily we have some more ships, and we can come in from behind. Looks like the bot's trying to do the same thing. We can try to move around their ships to come in from behind. And we'll try to dodge those missiles just by, we see a missile coming for our ship and we grab it and move it. Requires a little bit of dexterity. We'll also pop off our ability here. We don't want to wait any time. Let's just use it. We can use it on any planet. Now we're getting a lot of ships and some point defense, so we'll be able to fight missiles more safely here. And now I'm going to start using wormholes to move around our whole army here. And so we're going to just go on the offensive here with our big army. It looks like they used their ability over there. While they're distracted, I'm going to shut down their point defense planet here. Taking care to just go in. I can do that too. You come in here a little bit. I'll hold my ships back. I don't want to let them go in. Now I can send them all in together. It looks like our point defense did a good job shutting down the enemy. Enemies attacking. We can just come back here and take out their moons here. Grab this torpedo, which we have, and just move through our planets in one big chain. It looks like there's some stragglers at our home planet. Oh, and I missed a moon there. We can redirect it and have all these ships pass forward to our forward expansions, and we're going to mount an attack on this base. Since there are no ships or the enemy's not really defending it, and we have point defense and shields, we can really come in and take these for free. So we're going to do so. And remember, the level states that we have to take the sun here, and there are 20 turrets on that. It looks like the enemy is in a bad enough position where they won't be able to steamroll us, so let's just attack the sun. And there's no shenanigans here. We can just go in and take it pretty easily here. Just making care to move our ships so they're all attacking at the same time. And now there's a big timer ticking down, which is when it hits 0, we'll get this powerful buff and be able to use it to stomp the enemy. Looks like they're going to try to take our planet, but our torpedo actually shelled them from this moon, so didn't let that happen. One thing you have to be careful about, though, is the sun explodes after you take it. Also, let's just use this ability, kind of bait them here. They tried to attack, but it wasn't enough. And so when this comes off, notice how we have power all the way over there, but we also need to run, because I will show you why. Let's get off here. I'll leave one ship as to show you. But it blows up all the ships there. And now we have buffed, very powerful ships. We'll run them over here into this. See how fast we shoot and how fast we rotate. We're very powerful on offense. And now we can just make a play for the enemy home base. We'll wormhole over here and just absolutely wipe them out. And that was pretty easy there. We'll take out any more ships they have just to speed up this. Though, where are your ships, Red? Oh, well, I guess they suicided their last ship, and we have beat this level. So that was nuclear fusion. All right, and we have progressed. We've also completed some challenges. Namely, we have captured an unstable star and gotten the buff, and now we must defeat the God of Conquest and win as the God of Conquest. Okay, it's exciting. Conquest. This is defeat the God of Conquest and stop their tyrannical quest to conquer the universe. Okay, so we're going to be fighting a new god here. We're still as God of Production, which is the god we know, the most basic god that we're familiar with. But God of Conquest specializes in rapid expansion, so we'll see what that means in a second. And there's also a new kind of ship here at these special production planets, the Heavy Laser, which shoots short-range explosive lasers, so definitely very scary. Let's get into this. All right, snap up these. And there's a lot of moons in range. I'm just going to grab all my ships here, and let's start taking them. Always off the bat, you want to get your moons just to expand your production. Looks like this is in range too. And if we notice over there, the bot is taking some moons, and as we can see over there, we'll explore that more in the future, but God of Conquest gets power on moons right now. As other gods, you only gain power from planets, but the God of Conquest can extend their power just by taking moons, as we're seeing there, so they are very good at rapidly expanding their territory here. And so we don't have that, but we have a lot of production, so we will make use of that and overwhelm the God of Conquest with our sheer number of ships. All right, now that we've captured all these moons, let's make a play for this first planet to extend our power range. We'll try to come in, and I'm going to show a technique here, but I'm going to move all my ships forward. We'll clump them up, and this is a technique called micromanaging. You go in, and you move them to avoid missiles. You just sort of move them consistently at a good pace, and you try to keep them behind the shields. And notice how we didn't lose any there, even though missiles got fired away at our ships. Usually, as soon as point defense is in your range, you want to take it, and it looks like there's one right here. This is for the defensive advantage, and it's sometimes nice just to snipe off point defense. But that way they don't interfere with your missiles, and you're able to just fire through. And we'll also take care to avoid these missiles. We'll move our ships to the side to avoid those the best we can to minimize our losses. And now we're going to go back and we're going to route all our ships from our home base forward. That way we have a forward base of operations. Looks like the enemy is actually trying to come in and take this planet. So we're gonna take advantage of that opportunity coming here, steal that from them, also get the heavy laser planet, and we'll start producing some heavy lasers as soon as we take some of these moons. Power here, so now we can go down here. This effect signifies we now have power there. And I'm actually going to leave this planet here for now. That way we can gain all of these moons contributing to that heavy laser production. And heavy lasers fire very fast and fire very deadly lasers. They're still stopped by shields, but they're very explosive here. And notice there's a missile turret here, so I'm just taking my time to not carelessly lose ships. And it looks like our god ability is also ready, though we're actually almost at capacity, so we can't produce ships if we're at capacity. So I'm going to attack this planet here. And planets increase your capacity. Notice how we got that, it increased. Looks like that the enemy's about to make an attack here. We can try to surround them and make their shields less effective. Now we'll push in here, trying to take out these missiles. And now we have some point defense, which can help us here. Looks like the bot's trying to go somewhere to our planet there. I don't think they'll be too successful though, as we took out them in their chain here. And we've also been away from our home base for a while, so it's produced some, and now we can route it through to our forward base. And it looks like our first shipment is arriving at the heavy laser planet. And we'll use this sucker well. So let's throw it over here. And we have such an advantage here that let's just make an attack. The enemy's in range. We're going in. Also going to pop up that reinforcements here that should fly through our wormhole shortly. Or maybe I was already at capacity or something. But that is God of Conquest defeated here. Where are the stragglers? Oh, here they come. It looks like they were defeated there. All right, goodbye, God of Conquest. And then we can exit here. And now we've done a lot of challenges here. We've earned some cool rewards, but we've also defeated the God of Conquest, which was one of our level up challenges. And now we have to win as God of Conquest and use the EMP ability and win triple threat. And that is this next level here. So these are all the 3 level 2 levels. Notice how the last ones were level 1. And so this should be the last one we need to level up to the next level. All right, so now as God of Conquest, capture moons and planets while you conquer multiple enemies and lay claim to the entire galaxy. So now we are playing as God of Conquest. And we have the EMP ability, which we actually didn't see used in the last game, but it disables enemy support ships. So we'll use that tactically. And you have normal production speed, and your moons project power, which is pretty cool. So now there are some more. There's a bounty here, which is basically we have 2 opponents. When you eliminate somebody, you get a small bonus that helps you defeat the other player. So let's just jump into this. We're going to capture all the moons we can, running around grabbing. Bada bing, bada boom. Staying behind our shield just in case the turrets get shot off. Looks like there's one here that I can take. Snatch those up. Move back to our home. Grab more. Move over. Take out those. This one I noticed I left a ship behind accidentally, but I can quickly gather that way up on the way back. And notice how we've been taking these moons and they give us power here. So we can actually go a long way just by taking moons, though we're almost at fleet capacity, and I don't want to sit on that. So let's just go and take this planet. We're going to see where can I go from behind here. Right about now, we'll go in. Oh, I should have just micromanaged that. Usually you either come from behind or you micromanage. But I should have micromanaged there. So I got hit a little bit, lost some ships, where I didn't have to, but it's okay. We're going to continue to expand. We're just going to take planets when we need to. And otherwise we're just going to try to take moons. Making use of this power C, we're getting power on this moon. And now we're able to take this next moon. We can actually go around this whole side of moons here. And we're just going to continue our coverage of the solar system here by taking as many moons as we can. And this will allow us to produce faster than our opponents. And take these. I heard the bling, so our ability is ready. And this ability will disable enemy support ships, which we can use, which we're actually going to save here because it's best against opponents rather than these neutral planets. Our next goal is we're almost at fleet capacity. We need to take something. Let's take a point defense. Even though it's a bit harder to take than some other planets, it is a good use. And I'm actually going to use the ability here. Notice how point defense, they are support ships. So fire that off. They will become disabled. And now we can go in without the fear of our missiles being shot down. I'll also try to dodge some missiles here, though micromanaging gets harder the more and more ships you have. But now we can increase our production and we'll push forward. Now we're fighting green here. We just want to do our best to expand our territory. Now, since we have so many ships, it becomes a little slower to grab. So we're just going to start using wormholes here, taking care to route ourselves through planets, just so we can gather up any any troops we may have. We'll go back to the home, make a play here. We just want to always keep our army as together as we can. That way, because the more consolidated your army is, the better, as it is stronger against other enemies here. So move forward. Notice now we start to run up against enemies here, and so now we're gonna try to pay attention to what they do and try to gain an advantage and counter their play. Now that we are clashing with them and are fighting over the same territory. At the beginning, you just want to expand against the gray neutral thing as much as you can. I don't know how did these ships get flung? I'm gonna take care to not waste any ships. Gather these up. Looks like red's making a play, and now this is what I was talking about, being opportunistic. See how they whittled this down to 12, and now we can come in. I'm going to come from behind of these torpedoes, and we'll try to shut them down here. I didn't really execute that perfectly, but we managed to take that. And now we're going to continue to pay attention to what our enemies do here, and notice and look for weak points. So it looks like green's actually coming in here, and we can actually come in and steal this last second. So now in the mid game, we want to play as opportunistic as possible, look for weak planets, and also defend our own. So red's going to come for our planet here. Had some leave through that wormhole. You want to clean up any wormholes that you're not really using. Looks like that planet is weak, although they're about to use the reinforcements ability. So let's, whenever you have nothing to do, let's just gather up all our ships here, and we can also attack moons. So we'll attack here, move around the map, and look for weak planets. It looks like red is trying to take our planet over there, and they have done it, but let's come in. We want to defend these missile planets as they're important for our strategy. It's harder against two opponents, though, for sure, because they attack on multiple fronts. So let's take care to watch what they're doing. Okay, big fight over there. We can probably come in and clean up that. We're keeping our ships all together. Oh, green coming in. We're going to gather up. We don't want to attack. And it looks like red's going to also make a play there. Let's try to shut them down here. Coming back in. Pushing red back here. I also know I haven't been to the home base in a little while. So I'm going to go back there, gather up more ships, and move forward here. We're going to look for weak planets, 24, 24, 9. Okay, let's attack this one. And they're actually going to run away too. And I'm also taking care to listen for the attacking noises, especially the loud shield impacts. That way I know where a big fight's happening. This is 12, pretty weak. We can go in here. We're going to spread out our ships as they attack into two formations. That way we effectively sweep across these planets. We also have some torpedoes now, which have a bit superior range, so it'll fire and take out those. And now we listen and wait. Looks like green's taking red planet. Oh, we could have sniped that 2 planet, but we'll route here, and I see red's trying to attack us here. We won't let that happen. We'll shut down their expansions, kill their ships, and now they actually... Oh, I noticed we don't have power there, so we can't make a play there yet. Where is weak? All right. Do we have power there? No, we do not. Okay, green has a sizable force there. Is going to make a play on us. I'm actually going to pop off our EMP and go in here. So notice we've shut down all his shields, and we can easily stomp him there. And now that green has no ships, we're going to go on the offensive with our big army here. I know this has to get power, and here we go. And now I'm looking, I think we have such an advantage that we can make a play on green's home base. But actually, there's so many support ships, I want to wait for the EMP. So I'm just going to go around and stomp some of these other moons. And it looks like, oh, don't want to go there. We don't have power. Though maybe now we do with these moons. So we'll go through here, take these out, move forward this planet, move in. Green came back and took that planet. We're going to come back, take out their ships. We're just waiting for our ability to charge so we can use it to take a home base here. Looks like in the meantime, red's trying to attack our stuff as well. So we can go in and take out red here. Since we have so many planets, we have diminishing returns on the amount of turrets we get on them, which means that oftentimes the AI can really easily come in and take our planets. So we have to just do our best to stay on top of them and kill their ships. That is the main important thing, is killing their ships here. That way they cannot attack. We'll keep them on the back foot here. I'm going to just continue to take these easy planets. And red has a lot of ships there. Is going to be going for our planet. I don't think we can save it there. Though if we take out red here with our ability, this could be a really strong play. And I'm actually going to go for it. Shutting down all their shield ships, and I'm going to go in offensively, and we're going to ideally try to decimate their whole army here. They had it grouped up, and notice how much we've beat back red here. And that set red back really far. We're also going to kill blue here. And now I think blue is sparse enough at their home base that we could maybe make a play. Though I first want to gather all our ships from all our different planets. We own so much of the galaxy that we have to really go around. Looks like green's going to try to attack here, but we're not going to let it. Yeah, both teams are coming in for our planet. A bunch of scavengers, but we won't allow that. We're going to go over here, just gather up all our ships. We've randomly 12 here. Oftentimes you just got to look around. Where are my ships? And get them all in the same place. And now that we have so many here, let's move it forward. And now we have such a large army here at this planet that we're going to be able to attack and take out both of these players. So let's go in for the green home base here. So many ships. It'll be hard for them to defeat this, especially if they run away like that. Bad decision, green. We're going to take our planet, though. But we can huck some ships over there at their face, maybe. Looks like they were not able to attack our base there. So we're going to return. Take out some of these. And I'm going to illustrate something that's interesting in these mini player matches. When somebody's eliminated, any base that they have gets turned neutral. So when a player is about to be eliminated, you'll want to run around and capture any base they owned for free. So now I know they own that planet, so we can snatch up those. And we also got a bonus, and it looks like red probably stands no chance here. And what I'm actually going to do is plow through some of these red bases. Looks like they're going to activate that reinforcements. We're going to be able to clean them up here. We could go for the sun and get the buff, but I don't think we'll need it here. We can just put red on the back foot here, start attacking their planets. We have such an advantage. Notice how we have 103 ships, so much more than they do, that they really can't do anything. And so we're going to wait till we get power at their home base, which will happen in a second here. Bam. We're going to prepare our EMP, pop it off, and make an attack. So we're coming through. I don't know why our ships are facing reverse there, but should be no issue. We have all our support ships blocking these lasers and missiles coming in. That should be easy to take these players out. And you can see why God of Conquest is powerful with the EMP, because you can basically make it a one-sided battle. Give them no support ships and come in with all of your own, and you will certainly win. We'll hold them back here. And they have like maybe one or two ships. Looks like they want to come in with one shield and try to retake this base, but it's not going to work. And we'll just wait until this is over. And we have defeated red and defeated both players in this match. And now we will go back to the menu here, where we have just defeated Triple Threat and win his Conquest and used the EMP. So we are now going from level 1 to level 2.